Hi, Tracy Lewis from Stuff and Things. I've been getting some questions about how it is possible that I can craft in our RV. So I'm going to start by showing the next storage series item, which is how I store my stamps. So first off, this is our back of our RV where the big couch is. On each side of the couch are some little mini tables that are permanently embedded. So on each side I put some items. On the right side I have an empty paper pumpkin box that I use for paper pumpkin classes. Below that I have all of my large punches because they're very heavy. And that's a good place to store heavy things. On the left side, as you're looking, you'll see all my paper pumpkin kits that are individually kitted projects that I use to have people at the lodges come and learn about paper pumpkin. So then up above are 3 doors. On these behind these 3 doors are mostly stamps. I do have my stencils in there. I have some dies that come in a box. What else? I have some re-inkers in the upper right and some papers, as well as my crop bag goes in the far right. That has a space always set aside for it. So if I go forward and I open, let's say this box, or this door, I have what I use to secure my binders. I have a total of 15 binders, and that's all that will fit. Which meant when I was home for the last month and a half, I had to purge my binders because they were totally full and there was no room for more stamps at all. This over here is where I have stencils, and I have Tim Holtz has the crazy birds and the crazy cats, and those actually take up quite a bit of space, so I've dedicated them in their own storage container outside of the binder system. So on the right side here I have all of my Holtz. I have my sentiments at the very top. The sentiments I pull out all the time. And then behind the separator here, which is actually wide open, I have 4 more binders which are non-Stampin' Up. Over here, which I've been using the most of, in fact there's a spot here where my Stampin' Up! Current binder is, and it is packed to the brim. Over in the corner here I have my Stampscapes and my Christmas. Christmas is going to come out, so I bet you this Stampin' Up! These are 2 older binders. They will go in the corner and Christmas will come out and will be dedicated here so that I can get to it more quickly. If I take out this binder, the type of keepers that my stamps go in, it's a Martha Stewart product, and I get them off of Amazon. And they're a photo keeper that has 2 pouches per 8.5 by 11. It's split. You can see how it's divided down here in the middle. And for example, if I have a matching die set, I have the Secret Garden. That's an old Stampin' Up! Set, as well as Barnyard Basics. I actually keep the dies. I cut a magnet down to size. These are magnet vent covers that you get at Home Depot for quite cheap. I can't remember how much. And they're like 8 by 13 times so many sheets for $8. So all of my, see, now this one has 2 sides to keep all of these dies. And all of my matching die sets stay with the stamps. It just works best for me. In this case, this wreath set, there are multiple wreaths that go with the dies. And again, here are the dies that I, in this case I was trying to conserve magnets, and so I used heavy cardstock. And then it might even be chipboard from a package, and then I added a couple of strips of magnet material to it, and that has worked really well for me. And that is how I currently store all of my stamps with matching dies, which actually was a question asked on one of my Facebook groups, and I thought, hey, I need to show how that's done, because that is one of my my storage condensing projects that I worked very hard to get all of my stamps to fit in this limited set of binders that I have. Hopefully you will find that helpful, and I will next go through another video of the storage that I have around the fireplace and the TV. Thanks for watching.